Hello everyone. We are going to discuss the fourth canto of Ode to the West Wind by P.B. Shelley. In this canto, Shelley writes, "If I were a dead leaf, thou mightest bear. If I were a swift cloud, to fly with thee, a wave to pant beneath thy power, and share the impulse of thy strength, only less free than thou, O uncontrollable, if even I were as in my boyhood, and could be the comrade of thy wanderings over heaven, as then, when to outstrip thy sky speed scarce seemed a vision, I would never have striven as thus with thee in prayer in my sore need. O lift me as a wave, a leaf, a cloud. I fall upon the thorns of life, I bleed." We see that Shelley says that if he were a dead leaf that the wind could bear, or a cloud it could carry, or a wave it could push, or even if he were as a boy, the comrade of the winds wandering over heaven, then he would never have needed to pray to the wind and invoke its powers. He pleads to the wind to lift him as a wave, a leaf, a cloud. For though he is like the wind at heart, untamable and proud, he says that he is now chained and bowed with the weight of his hours upon earth. Shelley begins by saying that if I were a dead leaf, he imagines that if he were like a dead leaf, thou mightest bear, thou you. He addresses the west wind, he personifies the west wind and speaks to it and says that if I were a dead leaf which the wind would bear, if I were a swift cloud to fly with thee. He again imagines himself as a swift cloud which would fly with the west wind. And again he says, if I were a wave to pant beneath the power of the west wind, and share the impulse of thy strength. He wishes to share the impulse, the impetus, the push or the sudden thirst of the strength of the west wind. Only less free than thou. He says that he is not so free as the west wind. He is less free, he has less freedom than the west wind. West wind is free to flow anywhere. But the poet says that he has restrictions in life. O uncontrollable. He calls the west wind as uncontrollable. No one has control over the west wind. The west wind flows with a very high speed anywhere and no one can control it. It is very powerful. No one can stop the west wind. If even I were as in my boyhood, he says that if I were a person as I was in my boyhood, and could be the comrade of thy wanderings over heaven, and I could accompany you while you were wandering in heaven. Heaven here stands for the sky, while the west wind was flowing in the sky, and the writer, the poet, as a boy, could accompany it. As then, when to outstrip thy sky speed scarce seemed a vision. He says that when he was a boy, he imagined that he could fly with a greater speed than the west wind, and outstripping the west wind did not seem to him to be a vision or a mere imaginary thing. He really believed as a boy that he could run faster than the west wind. So he says that as a boy he could imagine all these things, but now as an adult he sees that all those things were a vision. I would never have striven as thus with thee in prayer in my sore need. He says that today the poet, he himself, is in sore need, is in utmost need. He needs the courage of the and the power of the west wind, and he would never have prayed as he is praying now to the west wind to listen to him, to hear his plea. And his plea now comes. He says that he urges the west wind, "Oh, lift me as a wave." He wishes the west wind to lift him as it lifts the waves of the oceans. Again he says that, "Oh, lift me as a leaf," like the west wind carries away all the leaves. "Oh, lift me as a wave, a leaf, a cloud." Again he urges the west wind to lift him as a cloud. We have seen in the first 3 cantos how the west wind lifts a leaf and carries it away as if in a chariot, how the west wind lifts the clouds as well as it lifts the waves in the oceans. Similarly, the poet wishes the west wind to lift him. "I fall upon the thorns of life, I bleed." The poet wishes the west wind to lift him because he is falling upon the thorns of life and he is bleeding. The thorns of life are the difficulties of his life, the sorrows in his life, and he says that I am so sorrowful, I am bleeding. And therefore the west wind should lift him up. He continues to say that a heavy weight of ours has chained and bowed, that a heavy weight of ours, the time in this life, has chained and bowed him. One too like thee. He says that I was a person in my boyhood days, I was one who was like you, but time and this life has chained and bowed him down. He was also tameless and swift and proud like the west wind. He was tameless, uncontrollable, and swift and moving very fast, and he was proud of himself. So he was a person like the west wind. He shared the qualities of the west wind in his boyhood hours. But now life has chained him and made him bow down to the west wind, urging the west wind to lift him up. Thus we see that after describing the activities of the west wind on the earth, on the leaves, and the clouds in the sky and the waves in the sea, the poet turns to himself and then identifies his own self with that of the west wind. He recalls his boyhood days when he was swift, energetic, and uncontrollable like the west wind. And now he feels that and how he felt as a boy that he could accompany the west wind while it was wandering in the sky, flying in the sky. And he says that the adversities of life have crushed him now. He has been defeated and he is bleeding as he is falling on the thorns of life, the difficulties of life, the sorrows of life, and he needs an inspiration from the west wind because he feels powerless and helpless as an adult. He therefore appeals to the west wind to uplift him, to elevate him to a new consciousness which he wishes to share with the world. The poet shifts his attention from the effect of west wind on the earth, sky, and the ocean to himself. He contrasts himself with the west wind and wants to be like a leaf which is lifted by the west wind. He also yearns to share the spirit of the west wind, the spirit of nature. He wishes to be like a dead leaf, a cloud, and a wave which are lifted by the west wind. He wishes to be like a wave which is pushed to the shore by the west wind. He says that he is in a very despairing condition and hopes to be free from the bondage of life on this earth. O lift me as a wave, a leaf, a cloud. I fall upon the thorns of life, I bleed, is the most memorable couplet or phrase of the poem which is oft quoted. He says that he is being weighed down by time and the circumstances in his life and he is suffering and he needs mercy from the west wind. He cries out to the west wind to relieve him from this suffering by lifting him up and carrying him away from the difficulties. Thank you.